Second stanza is continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. Here, the poet is making again a comparison of the group of daffodils with that of shining stars. Twinkle means shine, that shine on the Milky Way. Milky Way is the group of stars where stars are grouped together in a form of galaxy. So, the poet is making a comparison of the group of daffodils with that of the group of stars by using this simile as. As is used here, it means that the poet is putting simile here. They stretch in never ending line. There is no line that has no end. So again, which figure of speech the poet is using? He is using hyperbole. Stretch means they were spread. Along the margin of the bay. Margin is the edge and bay is margin is used for the border. Here the words are given meanings. Twinkle means blink or shine. Milky Way is the galaxy containing the solar system, consists of millions of stars, and margin is the border. It's a noun. Bay is a noun. It's the part of the coast where the land curves in so that the sea is surrounded by land on three sides. This is the picture of the bay given over here. So they were actually, where were the daffodils found? They were along the margin of the bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance. 10,000 I saw at a glance. This is the example I gave you while discussing hyperbole. At a glance mean at a glimpse. Just as in a glimpse I saw 10,000 daffodils. Tossing their heads in sprightly dance. Tossing mean they were throw or toss with the light motion, like with the slight kind of motion they were moving their head. And glance, here the meaning is given. Glance mean glimpse. Sprightly is an adjective, dear students. It means full of spirit or vitality. Sprightly, although the word ends with ly, but here we won't say this word is an adverb. This word is an adjective because right after sprightly we are given the word dance, which is a noun, and the word which is given before noun qualifying the noun is called adjective. So 10,000 I saw at a glance. While discussing hyperbole, I discussed with you that the poet was not a mathematician to count the number of daffodils. Just to exaggerate and to get the attention of the reader, the poet is putting 10,000 daffodils I saw at a glance. So which figure speeches are mentioned over here? In the first line, the poet is using simile. Here hyperbole. In this one also the poet is using hyperbole. Tossing their heads in sprightly dance. Now tossing of head is again used for the tossing is again it's a kind of human act which is given to the daffodils. So we can say that the poet here is using personification. So what the poet says in stanza, he shifts his focus from the daffodils and compares them with the continuous stars by using simile, and he also allows us to experience the majesty and see of seeing 10,000 daffodils. At this point, we begin to sense that he is not on earth anymore, but rather in a place full of majesty and beauty. Perhaps heaven or some other form of afterlife, as I've told you that he was much more interested in the afterlife. He says it is not simply a peaceful place, but it is full of life by saying they stretch in never ending line. So 10,000 daffodils means that the poet is, I told you that he's exaggerating the number of daffodils and the beauty when where he had been, and the place of the beauty of the place he is actually mentioning over here where he had been. He is feeling an illusion actually that he saw 10,000 daffodils at a glance. Tossing their heads show that these objects of nature were happy and reflecting happiness through their moves. So this was the second stanza. Moving on to the third one, the waves beside them dance. Waves were also dancing. Another object of nature has been mentioned over here. Waves were also dancing, beside them dance. Again, waves cannot dance, and this dancing is a human act which is attributed to the waves. So here we can say that the poet is using personification. But they outdid the sparkling waves in a glee. Outdid is a second form of outdo. Second form of outdo. Be or do something to a great degree. when you are doing something to a great degree. Means the poet wants to say that the daffodils were doing better. Daffodils were doing better than the waves. Sparkling waves in the glee. Sparkling means shining waves in glee. Glee means great happiness. Like they both were dancing happily, but according to the poet, the dance of daffodils was much more better than the waves. A poet could not but be gay. Gay is again another term which is used for happiness, bright and pleasant, promoting a feeling of cheer. Cheerfulness means happiness. So the poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. Jocund company means cheerful company. Like when this most of the time we are having this question in stanza comprehension in your exams, that what does jocund company mean? So jocund company is basically, according to the poet, it is the company of daffodils, and jocund company means a cheerful company. You may have a bunch of friends like in your school that who make you happy, and their mere presence of your friends make you happy and make you smile. So this is what the poet is saying, that according to for me, the cheerful company was of the company of daffodils. I gazed and gazed, but little thought. Gazed mean he stared. We look at with the fixed eyes when you stare something. What wealth the show to me had brought. What kind of show we are talking about? The show of daffodils or the dance of daffodils. So he was gazing means he was fully surprised to see the dance of daffodils, and he was fully surprised to see the beauty of daffodils at that time. So what is he saying? What is he saying in the third stanza? He is again using the personification and describing how the waves dance and how the dance of daffodils were better than the waves. This continued to give us a sense of peace and joy again, combined with the lively actions. The personification of the daffodils also revealed their effect on the poet as he regards them with life and attributes them the ability to feel happy. The poet then is shifting the focus to himself when he says that a poet could not but be gay. This portrays the effect of dazzling daffodils, what the effect of dazzling daffodils on the speaker. When he says that with what well the show to me had brought, what does it mean? The show to me had brought. It clearly shows that the mere sight of golden daffodils enriched his life and brought wealth and happiness to him. Dear students, the poet also projects human emotion onto the daffodils by using the term jocund company. The daffodils definitely don't experience such these kind of things in the world, but the poet is seeing his own state of mind reflected back in the visual effect of flowers. So this is why he is using the term jocund company. The use of the word wealth in the very last line reveals that a sense of peace and joy are worth more important to the poet than money and other materialistic things in the world. Definitely, your sense of peace, your peacefulness, your tranquility is always very important as compared to the other materialistic thing. So this is we can say this is the message given by the poet, that these objects of nature are the basically these objects of nature provide us with peace and happiness rather than materialistic world. This is the real wealth that we have got in this world, in this universe.